Hello everybody, I think we are live on Facebook and Instagram. If you're on live, just say hello, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. We're going to be talking about amniocentesis today. I want to chat through this. Probably be pretty quick. I've had some questions about why I chose to do an amniocentesis in this pregnancy, what led us there. What was the experience like? Was it painful is a big question that I have been getting. So I just want to talk through that. And if you have any questions as I go through, definitely let me know. Happy and comfortable to talk about it. So we had an amniocentesis done at 16 weeks pregnant, so about a month ago now. And what led us there was because at our first trimester screening ultrasound, which was at about 12 or 13 weeks pregnant, the ultrasound results in combination with some blood work that we had done previously gave us a higher risk of baby having Down syndrome. And the risk was not outrageous by any means. It was not super high, but it was higher than normal. And so they give you that information, and then you are open and able to do with that information what you want. So options are do nothing, wait till 19 or 20 week ultrasound where they do the more detailed anatomy scan and you can see more at that point. You can do additional blood testing, or you can choose to do an amnio. So for those of you that don't know, an amnio is where they take fluid and test the DNA of it. So they're gonna take amniotic fluid with a needle through belly, through the uterus, into the amniotic fluid, take that, it's like, I forget how much, a couple tablespoons worth, and then they go to the lab and they test that fluid for the DNA and see if there are, give you a distinct yes or no if baby has Down syndrome or these other various conditions that they might be looking for at that time. So for us in this pregnancy, I knew right away that I probably wanted to do the amnio. The blood work option is also a fantastic and non-invasive way, a means of testing, and a lot of my clients have done that. And a few of my clients have done the amnio too, which was really helpful for me in order to talk through that experience with them as well. So we decided to do the amnio. For us, we needed distinct yes or no. Just the whole situation of this pregnancy, which a lot of you now know about, has just been difficult and emotional in nature. So we just wanted clear, distinct answers, which we probably would have gotten with the blood work as well. But it does not give you a yes or no. It's just going to give you a percentage chance, I believe, or like you have a high percentage or a very low percentage of having one of these various conditions. In our case, again, they were looking at Down syndrome. So Randy, my husband, and I, we just felt more comfortable. Our gut was leading us in the direction of the amnio. So that's what we decided to go with. Has anybody else have an amnio that's on right now? I was not nervous about it. Actually, I was not scared. I think that Steele's birth experience, our 2.5-year-old daughter, has really desensitized me to a lot of medical procedures. I didn't feel worried about it. There is a risk of miscarriage. Sorry. A risk of miscarriage with the amnio, which is why many people choose and like to avoid it, understandably so. Our risk of Downs was higher than the risk of miscarriage, so we took comfort in that. And also, I just felt at ease with it. So we did the amnio. They take a needle through mom's belly, no freezing, there's no pain management or pain control. Needle through the belly, through the uterus, while ultrasounding on the belly so they can see baby's position and they can see where they're going to get a nice big pocket of fluid so baby stays as safe as possible. They are monitoring the heart rate throughout, ultrasounding throughout the entire procedure to see if baby's moving in the direction of the needle, which was cool to see while it was going on. The needle through the uterus is a very interesting experience, one that I'd probably like to not experience that feeling again. It was not necessarily painful, just very strange. Feels very different. You can feel distinctly as the needle goes through belly and then through the uterus. It almost feels like it has to pop through this next layer of tissue. So that was very weird. Pain, probably like 2, 3 out of 10. It was not highly painful by any means. It was more uncomfortable, just discomfort more than anything. And I think, again, if you have been through labor, birth, delivery, postpartum recovery, it's not something that I would describe as pain in that situation now. So very quick procedure. Again, you stay afterwards so they can monitor baby's heart rate. In our case, baby was totally fine. Heart rate was exactly what it was before the procedure, so that was really comforting. You're told to watch for any signs or symptoms immediately or within the next few days afterwards that could be a sign that baby didn't tolerate that procedure well. In my case, I had no issues, really no issues. I didn't really have any discomfort. I took it easy for the rest of that day and the next, but then was back to regular life. So for us, it was a very, it was a non-issue. And I preface that by saying, do your research, go with whatever you are comfortable in. If you find yourself in this situation, the blood work is a fantastic option. The amnio was a great option and the best option for us. At this time in this pregnancy, I don't know if I would have chosen the same route in my first pregnancy and pregnant with Steele, but again, things are just really different this time. So that's why this felt right for us. So results came back. Baby does not have Downs. Everything was looking okay and good with the DNA. And then we had our 19-week ultrasound last week and things were looking good and normal with that one. So I feel like we kind of were able to breathe and feel relief after the amnio, and especially with this last ultrasound. After the amnio, after we got the results back, was the first time I actually felt excited or joy about this pregnancy. Up until that point, I just hadn't. It'd been really, really uncomfortable and a lot of just feeling in limbo the entire time. So that was a big reason why we wanted a distinct yes or no answer. So I felt like emotionally I could move to the next step, the next stage of this experience. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, not painful, just a weird feeling with that uterus, with the needle going through the uterus. Just very strange, almost like it has to pop through. Very different than how the needle feels going through the belly, but not painful. And again, I had no weird symptoms or discomfort afterwards. So all in all, it was a good experience for us, but trust your gut and do your research. I found this also extremely interesting. I'm with midwives this pregnancy again, and my midwife was telling me last week when I saw her that I am the first patient she's ever had to have an amnio. And she's been a midwife for years and years and years. So that was kind of interesting for me to hear too. Okay, I think that's it. If you have any questions about amnios, let me know. Happy to talk through it. Always hoping that my experience is helpful to you. All right, have a good afternoon, everybody.